Hey ladies, welcome back to the YouTube channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm back with another video. I'm so sorry I haven't made a video. I had sinusitis. Yes, y'all. I went out of town. I'm vaccinated and I came back not with COVID, thankfully, but sinusitis. So I was sounding horrible. I was all congested and I just could not make a video. But I'm feeling so much better. I am better, and let's get back into it. Thank you and hello to all the new subscribers. Make sure to like and subscribe and share this video with a friend. And also comment down below your thoughts. So I wanted to talk about who is really the prize. As a feminine woman, it's so important that you recognize your worth and your value. Because if you don't, someone else will establish that value for you. And that's the last thing that you need to allow when you're dealing with and getting to know other people. In terms of relationships and romantic experiences that you're having with other men, some men will ask you, why are you the prize? Or some men will say that you're not the prize. Especially out here in these YouTube streets, in this manosphere that has been popping up. You know, they love to say that women are not the prize, and they want to say that men are the prize because they have the resources and they can pay and put a roof over your head. But the thing is that men can do that without a woman. The truth is, ladies, that women do not need you to put a roof over their head. However, they do need you to put some things under that roof, as far as children, as far as an actual home, not just keeping a house. Men do need women for those things because men do not, their brains are not wired to do the things that a woman's brain is wired to do in a home. Men do not have the range biologically to birth human beings that look like them. They don't have that power. Women do. So since women are the ones who can actually bring meaning and fulfillment into a man's life, the woman is the prize. The reason why society has escalated the way it has, and why historically men have went to war, fought over land, learned how to fight, is to protect the woman and children. When it all comes down to it, it all circles around the community. Who is in these communities? Women and children are in these communities along with their men. Men protect their communities because their communities are filled with their women and their children. And when you have to fight for something, that something you're fighting for is the prize. When you are being fought over, you are the prize. So I'm like this new generation of men that just has the audacity to come on the internet and globally announce, because the internet is accessible to people all over the world, that they are the prize is really pathetic and it's very childish. And I noticed that the men who say this are men that come from single mother homes. I'm sorry, it's just the truth. Men that I've met and have experienced on any level, romantically or friendship wise, that come from a home where they were raised from birth up to their adult years with male authority in the home, do not walk around thinking that they are the prize of anything, especially in a romantic relationship. They walk around knowing that they have a purpose to protect and provide, that they have a purpose to work and make the best of their lives, but they do not walk around thinking so arrogantly and thinking that they are better than the very woman that birthed them and the very woman that could birth their next generation. They don't think that they're better than the woman who can take their seed and turn it into a human being. They don't think like that. I'm not saying this is all men that come from two-parent homes. There's definitely people in general that come from two-parent homes with jacked up pathologies. That's not what I'm saying at all. But I'm saying majority of the people that I see online that I have experienced, that I hear of other women and people in general experiencing, have more stable pathologies when they come from good homes in general. And the data even backs this up. That people who come from good homes usually produce good results in life. Of course, that's not the case. There's always exceptions to the rule, but in general, we know this. So that's all I'm saying. So ladies, when you're in your dating life, find real men. Vet men, let them talk. I know a lot of you are saying that I should block certain men from my channel, but to be honest, I'm not going to do it, because we need to know what men are thinking so that we can protect ourselves and vet properly. How are you going to know which men to choose if you don't know what these men are thinking and who they are? You need to let men speak to you. You need to let men have platforms where they can speak their mind, so that you know how to strategize for the rest of your life, and that you know what a man sounds like that will be the best man for the job for you. You need to know what he sounds like. You need to know his pathology, and that's only going to happen if you listen to what they're saying. If you know how to notice the red flags, because all these men that have these issues, they usually all sound the same. They usually have all the same pathology, but the only way you're going to recognize that is if you listen to them, if you actually see them and hear what they're saying. You're not going to know this just from blocking men all day and tuning them out. You can't expect to know what a good man looks like and know what a bad man looks like if you're blocking men all day. You actually need to let men speak. You actually need to allow them to have their platforms, or, not disrupt their platforms, so that you know what the good and the bad looks like and sounds like, to protect yourself as a woman, to protect your womb. Okay, it would be crazy for you to pick a guy who's great and says all the things you want, but then online he's player hating, he's woman hating on the internet. Like, how would you know this if you need to allow men to feel comfortable to be their true and real, legitimate, authentic selves, which means you need to listen. You need to stop judging, because it will protect you. You will be thankful that you allowed him to have a comfortable place to really reveal his dark side, so that you can choose if you want to deal with that or not. Best believe, ladies, that men have flaws. There is no such thing as a perfect man. But the kicker is you just need to choose a man who has flaws that you can deal with, who has flaws that is not going to hinder your peace and your spirit, or ruin your womb, ruin your legacy. Because best believe, men have flaws, ladies. There's no such thing as a perfect man. However, you just need to make sure that you're choosing perfect men that are excited to go above and beyond the bare minimum. And usually these men are going to have a lot of differences than you. They're going to look different, and you have to be willing to open yourself up to those different kinds of men. And those different kinds of men are definitely not going to be ones that walk around saying that they're the prize just because they did what they're supposed to do, which is have a job. They did what they're supposed to do, which is stay off the streets. You're not the prize for doing what you're supposed to do. You're not. And I'm just really passionate today because I haven't made a video in a while, y'all. I'm fired up. So get ready for these uploads. But, it's aggravating that these men who, yes, built society with their bare hands. Yes, of course. Men, I have no problem giving credit to men who've done the work and done it well. That's not the issue. I have a problem giving credit to men who want to sit and do nothing and demand respect and submission in the form of how a woman would give it to a man who did do the work. I have a problem with that. That's not acceptable. And there's too many men on the internet who in real life have nothing, but on the internet want to talk big because they're behind a keyboard. Ladies, pay attention to men like this, because these are the men that are super quiet and probably socially awkward and don't experience much. And they're so quick to go online and they got all these followers because they're hating on women and just life all day. Woe is me all day, these men. And you just want to be careful that you don't get mixed up with these men, because they're dangerous. There was a study that came out that broke and lonely men are the most violent and dangerous type of men to be around. And there's a lot of them on the internet. A lot. A whole lot. And unfortunately, as a black woman myself, and I know there's a lot of you ladies watching that can relate, in our community, there's a lot of broke and lonely men. And they are violent. And they have no problem coming on the internet and expressing this violence. That's one downside of the technology today. It allows people to mentally and verbally be violent towards you while still committing no crimes, usually. I mean, you can go to jail for saying and doing certain things over the internet, but usually it just doesn't happen in the way that if a man was to actually, physically come to your house and hurt you. They know better than to do that. They have a more likelihood of being violent online and still able to go to work the next day than they do being violent in person towards you, because they'll know for a fact they'll go to jail. So they'll choose the online route to still get out this rage and vendetta they have towards women because they got their heart broken at 14 years old. It's ridiculous. So I'm tired of men saying that they're the prize. They are not the prize. However, they are the winners. They are the catch. Because if men get a good woman, if you're a good man, you get a good woman, you're a winner. You are. You got a good prize, which is your woman. Ladies, you are the prize. Fellas, if you're a good man, you're the catch. You're the winner. And there's nothing wrong with that. Usually the men who are raised in single mother homes or just have been coddled way too much in life in general grow up thinking that they are all that just because they breathe and have a penis and are doing what they're supposed to do. You don't get a prize for doing what you're supposed to do. You get a prize for being chosen. You get a prize for being your best self, and you get recognized for that. If you want to be a doctor, you don't get a prize for finishing medical school. You chose to be a doctor. You chose this career. You are supposed to win at it. However, you get a prize if you're awarded Doctor of the Year, because that shows that not only did you do what you're supposed to do, but you went above and beyond, and people chose you and wanted to recognize you as something special, and you get a prize for that. Ladies, when a woman chooses you, you become the prize, because all you're doing is being yourself, your best self. A man loves that, and he wants to reward you by giving you his last name, by giving you protection, provision, and providing for you. Because you're the prize. He makes you his prize when he wants to not only do what he's supposed to do as a man, but go above and beyond and do things for you as well, and your children. And men, there's nothing wrong with that, because I know y'all men be watching my videos. There's nothing wrong with that. So be proud to provide. Be proud to have a woman by your side and treat her well. Be proud that you do that. I'm tired of the simp culture. I'm tired of men acting like they're the prize and saying that women need to compete. No, women don't compete. If you're telling women, ladies, if a man tells you need to compete for him, he doesn't really like you, because if he really liked you, there would be no competition. He'd already have chosen you in his mind, and there's just a matter of time before the logistics get working out so that he can propose and have the wedding. That's it. Too many men are dating with trust issues, with resentment, with bitterness, and that's why they're saying you need to go above and beyond just to get the basics. Stay away from men like that, because they need to go to counseling. They need therapy. They have issues, obviously, and they want you to pay for them. They want you to pay. They want you as a new woman in their life to pay for old issues, and you should not do that. You don't have the time. Okay? So that's all I wanted to say in this video. Ladies, you're the prize. Fellas, if you're a good man and you're able to get a good woman, you're the winner. And that's that. That's how it's always been. And stay away from men who say that they're the prize and question your value. If they have to question your value, they're letting you know that they don't see your value. They have to ask you about it. And you need to leave. Don't be afraid to walk away from people. This goes for everyone. Don't be afraid to walk away from people that are not reciprocating your efforts.
that are not willing to go all in. If you're willing to go all in, you need to find someone that's willing to go all in as well. Period. There's no guarantees in life. All right, ladies, that's all I wanted to say. Like, subscribe, leave a comment. Follow me on Instagram and Facebook. Also, the podcast. I'm going to be uploading new episodes to the podcast soon. And until next time, ladies, bye.